Anthony's in San Antonio. Hey, Anthony, what's up?
Hey, Dave. Hey, John. Pleasure to speak to you both.
You too.
So, quick background here. I'm on baby step number 2. Me and my wife are. Our household income is about $90K. Since January, we've been blessed. The Lord has given us good jobs. We've been able to pay about a third of our debt. So we've got about $24K paid off already. We've got about 40 remaining.
Mm-hmm.
Years ago, before we realized how bad we were with money, we did have a conversation with my little sister about going to Las Vegas for her 21st birthday. Our hearts have changed completely. We're obviously trying to get out of debt, and my whole family's going to Vegas. We did the math. We're really leaning towards not going, but at the same time, it's her 21st. And it's probably going to be her last 21st birthday or last birthday ever before she gets married. She's in a very serious relationship with a delightful young man, but we just don't know what to do. We did the math. It'll probably set us back maybe a month, not even a month, if we paid for this trip. Obviously, we're done with credit cards. We're done with all that, so we're going to cash flow it if we go. But we're really leaning towards not going.
So what's it cost to go?
Probably about $900.
You
with
driving?
flights and everything. If we drive with gas prices, I did the math for that as well. It maybe save us like $30 or $50 at the most. We drive a Toyota Tacoma. I'm not sure. It seems like with the gas prices, we're spending $75 every time.
I don't think you want to go not because of money. What's the other reason you don't want to go?
I want to go, but
okay.
It seems like a lot with how dedicated we've been to paying off debt. It seems like a lot of money to drop to go do something that my wife and I aren't even really that pleasure. I don't know.
That's what I mean. You don't want to go.
Vegas is Vegas.
Like you don't want to
right.
go.
Part of it, but it's also my little sister's birthday. My whole family's going. I would feel a little bad.
How long are they going to be there?
If my wife and I go, we're only going for a night. They're going to be there for like Thursday through Monday in October.
$900
my wife
for
and
a
I
night?
can't. Well, we would have to probably get a hotel on the way out there as well, just because, and on the way back if we drive, because plane tickets are absurd right now. So we would have to book a hotel on the drive out there, book a hotel on the drive back, and then one hotel night in Vegas.
I think that you want to go. I think you love the idea of celebrating your sister. I don't think you want to go to Vegas. Whenever I don't want to do something, I inflate how much it's going to cost by 1.5 or 2 times. I'm like, that's going to cost $1,000, probably $500, maybe $600. When I do want to do something really big, like I need this new thing, it's like, it's probably like $100, and it's it's way more than that.
Right.
Something tells me you don't want to go.
You want to celebrate your sister, but you don't want to do the trip.
I guess that's partly true. Me and my wife kind of talked about it. Even if we we would probably not go to the clubs and do things like that they would want to do, because obviously we're in debt. And to be completely honest with you, that's not our scene. We would love to go and see the shows and things like that, but the clubs and all that and drinking, that's not something my wife and I really partake in.
Yeah. So there,
again,
in that sense,
my little sister,
yeah. In that sense, John's right. The only part of this that you want to do is celebrate your sister. You don't want to do anything that they're doing, and you don't want to go. Other than just you do want to celebrate her, and that's because you're a good guy. You should want to do that. That's a good thing.
So, Dave, you can tell me when it comes to baby steps. When it comes to a milestone like this, I wouldn't have a problem. It's going to set you back 25 days on your journey. If you pay cash and go and do your thing, that doesn't bother me. It also doesn't bother me if you have your set of values and say, hey, we're not going to do this thing. I hate it when somebody gets boxed into an either or. I just don't like, is there a way to do something different? But it doesn't sound like there is here.
I don't know what to tell you to do this different.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it sounds like also the rest of the family is going to be like, the weirdos are back at home,
Yeah. Yeah, that too. And then I know in my parents, I know that if I say, hey, me and Clarissa aren't going, that's my wife's saying, we're not going, dudes who we're doing this Dave Ramsey thing. We're trying to get out of debt.
Don't blame it on me.
Yeah, this is a you choice, brother. This one's on you.
Knowing my parents, they'll just offer to pay for it. I know, and I don't want that either.
Anthony, here's the thing. If I'm you, I would go. That's me.
Okay.
And Dave, you may say differently. I would probably go, and I like you. I don't go to the clubs. I'm just not. That's just not my thing. I wouldn't do that. And I'm a nerd. I go to bed early, and but we'd go and celebrate and have the dinner and say it's great, and then we'd head out early. 5 nights in Vegas, that's a lot.
Yeah.
The other side of it is, don't blame anybody if you decide to not go because of your values. Say we're not really interested in going to there. We'll celebrate when she gets back. We'll have everybody over for dinner.
We're in the middle of this thing and we're getting out of debt, and right now we just can't do it. We're just sorry, and it's okay to say either one, and it's okay to cheap out on a couple of other things and get the 900 down to 500. With your hotel choice or whatever else, and it's also okay if your parents want to pay for it. If you want to go, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I'm thinking of a parent. If one of my kids was working on something and they're saying, "Hey, we don't want to go because we want to hit this goal," I'm like, "Well, if you would like to go, we really want to have you. We're not going to guilt you, and I'll cover it for you if you want to come because we really want you there that bad." And that wouldn't bother me as a parent a little bit.
Yeah.
And so, and I would hope my child could accept that. But if that, but if they say no, we just don't, then I gotta respect their boundaries and go, no, they don't want to come. Okay, so that's okay. And so, I mean, I've been in lots of situations like this over the years with family. I remember Sharon's family we kept having more and more grandkids on that side, and so buying gifts for every stinking person got to be the federal deficit. And the year we went broke, I just rolled into Sharon's parents' house, and Sharon wasn't even happy with me. But I'm like, hey, we can't do this. We don't have any money. We can draw names.
Yes.
We'll buy for kids that are under 5, and we're drawing names for the rest of you goobs. And one of the other sisters goes, well, finally, somebody said it. Let's do it.
That's right.
But everybody's all worried that Dave was about to break the thing that the family tradition was about. Oh, it's all going to go down in flames because of Dave. But it turned out okay. And now they draw names for 20, 30 years now, so